Welcome back. This is section 4.4, Solve Linear Equations in One Variable, part 2. Today we'll be looking at equations that have fractions. Okay, so we're just going to do 5 problems today. So the first one, I have 2/3 x plus 1/6 equals 3/4. The first thing that we want to do is find out what the least common multiple is for those denominators. Okay, so we're finding our lowest common denominator. And what we're going to do is once we find it, we're going to multiply every single part of our equation by that number to wipe out our fractions. Okay, so just off to the side, I have, for 3 would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on. Then I have 6 would be 6, 12, 18, keep going. And then finally 4 would be 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on. So do you see what that number is that's all the same? It's the 12. Okay, so every single one of these, the lowest common multiple of each of these is 12. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to rewrite this problem, but I'm going to leave some space. Okay, so I'm going to have 2/3 x plus, leave a space, 1/6 equals, leave a space, 3/4. Okay, and in each of those spaces, I'm going to multiply every single term in my equation by 12. I'm going to put 12 over 1 just so it looks a little bit easier, so it matches the fraction. Okay, so multiply every single term by that 12 over 1. Okay, now we have a 12 on top, a 3 on the bottom. 12 over 3 is really just 4. 12 over 6 in the middle there is really just 2. And then 12 over 4 simplifies down to 3. So now we have 4 times 2 is 8x plus 2 equals 3 times 3 is 9. And there we go. There's the worst part of it. So we multiplied every single term by that lowest common multiple, and it wiped out our fractions for us. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now it looks like the ones that we know how to do. So we'll just keep on going. So I have minus 2 from both sides. So I have 8x equals 7. And then finally, divide both sides by 8. So I get x equals 7/8. Okay, for problem number 2, I have 3x minus 1 all over 2 equals 4x plus 2 all over 3. My multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8. My multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9. And what do they have in common? That's 6. So we're going to rewrite the problem, leaving some space before each term. Multiply each term by the multiple, which was a 6. I'm going to put it over 1. And now we have 6 over 2 is 3. 6 over 3 is 2. So we have 3, and then it's times that entire quantity. Okay, so 3x minus 1 equals 2 times that entire quantity, 4x plus 2. Go ahead and distribute. So now I have 9x minus 3 equals 8x plus 4. Subtract 8x's from both sides. So I have x minus 3 equals 4. Get that x by itself. By adding 3 to both sides, I end up with x equals 7. For problem number 3, I have 5 over 4 plus 9 over 2x equals 3 over 8x minus 1/4. Okay, so let's have you start this one. Okay, so write out all your multiples of your denominators off to the side. Figure out which one you're going to multiply every single term by, and go ahead and rewrite it with the spacing. Don't actually do the work though quite yet, just because if you do find a different one that you think you should multiply it by, I don't want you to get too far ahead. So just figure out what is that lowest common multiple. Okay, so list out the 2, the 4, the 8, and rewrite your equation with some space. Okay, and then we'll come back and we'll check in. All right, how did you do so far? So I did multiples of 2, 4, and 8. Found that lowest common multiple was 8. Rewrote my equation with some space and multiplied every single term by that 8. All right, if you got the same thing, go ahead and hit pause again and do just the next step where you cancel out the top and the bottom to get that one nice equation, okay, with no fractions. So only do that part. Don't keep on solving it, okay? So just go ahead and do the simplification here to get to your next line, the equation. All right, so I got 10 plus 36x equals 3x minus 2. How'd you do? So just to revisit, in case if you didn't quite get there, the 8 over 4 is 2, 8 over 2 is 4, 8 over 8 is 1, 8 over 4 is 2, and then just multiplied. So 2 times 5 is 10, 4 times 9 is 36, with that x equals 3x minus that 2. All right, so now go ahead and take it from here, finish off the whole problem. Your final answer should be x equals negative 4/11. Okay, so take it from here, hit pause, push play when you're ready. All right, so remember there's lots of different directions to take this. I happened to subtract the 3x over, and then I subtracted over the 10. So I got 33x equals negative 12. Get the x by itself. I have a negative 12 over 33. And then x equals negative 4/11. All right, let's do 2 more of them. For number 4, I have 5 times the quantity x minus 2 all over 3 equals a negative 4x. So in this one on the right, no denominator, right? So technically that denominator is kind of a hidden 1, right? Because we can put anything over 1. So what would be our lowest common denominator? It's just going to be that 3 because it's our only denominator that we have, right? So I'm going to rewrite it with some space. Multiply each term by that 3 over 1. Which is really just 3, so I'm just going to put 3 over here. Okay, that 3 over 3 is going to cancel out right here. Leaving me with 5 times the quantity x minus 2 equaling negative 12x. All right, so you go ahead and take it from here. Try to finish this one off. This one, it ends up being 10 over 17. All right, so we'll go ahead and distribute. 5x minus 10 equals a negative 12x. I'm going to bring over my 5x. So now I have negative 10 equals negative 17x. Divide both sides by a negative 17. So I get negative 10 over negative 17 equals x. And then that negative over negative is just positive. 10 over 17 equals x. All right, and the last one for today, number 5. I have 3x plus 2 all over 2 equals 6x minus 3 all over 5. So you go ahead and try this entire problem from start to finish. The final answer, let me put it on here, x equals negative 16 over 3. Okay, so see how far you can get. Once you're ready, go ahead and hit play, and then just go to wherever, if you made a mistake, go ahead and hit pause once you realize what that mistake is, and then try to finish it off again from there, okay? So I'm going to hit pause now, come back when you're ready. All right, so there's our answer, negative 16 over 3. So I went ahead and listed off all the multiples of the denominator. Lowest common one was 10. Multiplied each term by that 10. And then I got my single line equation. Got all the x's to one side, whole numbers to the other. And there we go. That wraps up today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.